everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Unraveling the Veil with your host, Katie from the yararose.com website. That is YARAROSE.com. You can also follow me on @YaraRoseHealing on both YouTube and Instagram to keep up with what's going on with me. Now let's get to today's episode. Hi, everyone. I wanted to come on here today and just say hi and thank you all for tuning in to Unraveling the Veil and listening episode after episode. I've been reflecting a lot on my journey with Unraveling the Veil and even my Yara Rose healing business. And I am just so unbelievably grateful for all of it, for everything I've gone through, for all of the challenges, all of the rewards, for those of you that are dedicated listeners and have been with me from the start. You have been able to see me blossom in the most wonderful and beautiful ways. And I keep thinking back to being so uncertain when I started this. Is anyone going to listen? Is it really truly going to help people? How can I help people? And I am so grateful, y'all, that I didn't listen to that self-doubt. I didn't listen to those limitations. I didn't listen to those beliefs of fear that were trying to keep me from moving forward in my life, that were trying to keep me quiet when I have a message to share, when my story can help others. I'm so grateful. And you know what's really cool? For a podcast that's based around self-empowerment, personal growth, following your intuition, trusting in spirit, I couldn't have asked for a better journey for you guys to follow. When you listen to the first couple of episodes versus the later episodes, you can see my development. You can hear the growth in me, in my situations, in what I'm going through. And it's just such a beautiful demonstration on how you can change your life, how you can intentionally evolve, how something that may have started off fragile becomes so strong and so everlasting. I truly think that this is such a gift from spirit for myself and for all of you. It's been such an amazing journey. I know that sounds funny as I'm saying it. I feel like I'm like, and she's going to say, and it's coming to an end. But it's not. I just feel so grateful for all of it. I feel so grateful to have shared it with you. I feel so grateful to have seen it because there are so many things that got in the way of me starting it. So many things of self-doubt and fear that were trying to prevent me from doing it. And I could have given into those. I've given into many other ones, but I didn't. And look what I created. And if I can create this, what else can I create? I don't know, y'all, but we're going to find out because I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep evolving. And you guys are going to keep riding along and seeing where we end up together. And we are growing together. We are making deliberate, intentional decisions to grow. We are here together multiple times a year to discuss what's going on in our life and how we can move forward. And I think that's awesome. And kudos to you all for showing up, for doing the work for yourself. And I hope that you're seeing the changes in your life because it's honestly very cool to see. And it's a pretty precious gift. You know, it was really cool. My niece texted me a couple weeks ago saying that she had given herself a gift and she had gotten a message in her email from herself from 5 years before. And she was reading through it and she was surprised because she had completely forgotten that she had done this. And I loved it. She shared it with us and I thought it was so inspiring because it teaches you so much about yourself. It teaches you so much about time and who you are in the moment and who you think you're going to be. And it's so fun to see how that lines up after you've made the journey there. And that's kind of what this podcast does for me. It helps me see where I was back in those time and who I am now. And then sometimes I even think about, when I'm doing a lot of healing work, which you guys know I do. I think about a lot of stuff from my past. And I have so many regrets about, I don't want to say regrets because regrets are something that you wish you could go back and undo. But if you go back and undo it, then you're not the person you became today. And I'm proud of who I became today. I am at peace with who I am right now. I'm excited to continue growing. So I don't want to undo them. But it's one of those things where it's like, if you had the information you had now, what would you want to tell your younger self? I would love to do a couple of those nuggets because when I was younger, I suffered so much with identity issues. I suffered so much with believing the stories that the bullies were telling me. I suffered so much with low self-worth because I didn't think I was worth anything. I thought I was worthless, and then I changed my physical self to try to be more acceptable, but in the inside, I still felt worthless, and I made bad decisions, like, not terrible, but just ones where, like, you date people that if you had a higher self-esteem, you wouldn't have dated, but because you had a low self-esteem, that's where you were vibing with, and that's what you attracted, and you know, I just wish I could go back to that younger version of myself and be like, "It's not true. The stories you're telling yourself are not true. You're amazing, you're beautiful, you are vibrant, you are an extension of source energy, and you are gonna change the world." And that would have been awesome. But I can't. But I can tell myself now, and I can tell you all that now. Actually, you know what? I got a really cool gift from my grandmother last summer, and for anyone who has ever been told that they're not good enough, that they can't do whatever, XYZ, that they don't have the talent, they're not pretty enough, I wanna share this message that my grandma gave me. And she told me that when I was younger and the bullies were picking on me, that she would whisper it in my ear, but I couldn't hear her because I was not open to the spiritual world. But now I heard them, and I really would like to share them with you because they have been so life changing for me to validate my worth and to be seen and to be able to accept, like, I'm not perfect. I have struggled with my weight through my whole life, and I am currently still heavy. And I have a lot of shame around that because of growing up and being told over and over again that that's worthless and that's not good. But I know that I'm worthy because I've done the internal work. So does my external reflect the feeling that I feel internally? No, it really doesn't. It's kind of funny because I've had it both ways. Like when I was younger and I had gotten really skinny, I still felt like this fat person and I felt unworthy. And it didn't matter what anyone said or how people treated me because I was more attractive then and they wanted to date me. I was still like, I'm just this worthless fat person that no one wants anything to do with. And it's like interesting to have that perspective from both sides. Now I'm heavier weight, but I feel my worth. I feel the presence of the creator of all that is flowing through me. And I know that I'm valuable. And it doesn't matter what my outside package looks like because I know my worth. And that is such a precious gift. I just wish I could bottle that up and give it to everyone. That feeling of knowing your worth and knowing that it doesn't matter what all those other people out there are saying about you because you know to the core of your very being that you are worthy and that you matter and that you make a difference on this world. This is the message that my grandmother shared with me. She said, "Do not try to become anything. Do not make yourself into anything. See what you already are." And I want to share this message with you guys today because I want all of you to see what you already are. Don't worry about where you are in your timeline. Don't worry about if you have everything all figured out. See who you are right here and right now and appreciate that. You are an extension of source energy, y'all. You can create the most amazing and beautiful and wonderful things with your spiritual community, whether you believe they're there or not. They're ready, they're going to help you, and this world's going to be a better place because you're in it. And how awesome is that? I love that. I love that for you. I love that for me. I love that for the world. And I can't wait to see how it's going to flourish under your amazing, brilliant glow. So do it. Do that thing that you've been wanting to do. Take that deliberate step. Take that intentional step. Make a move. Show up for yourself in whatever way is most applicable to you right now. It could be that you're giving yourself rest. You could be scheduling a rest day where you just do what feels right, whether that's reading a book, taking a day off to go outside, do some hiking, take a bath, get a massage, but do something to show yourself that you are worthy because you are, that you don't need to become anything. You don't need to be perfect at anything. As long as you show up for yourself and you do the best that you can, that's all you can ask of yourself. And the world's going to benefit because of that. There's this card I got a couple weeks ago that really reminds me of this message, and I just wanted to share it with you today for anyone. And I actually do know that I've shared it on here before because it is a powerful one and I've gotten it before. I thought it's so relevant to this conversation that I wanted to share it with you. It's from the Oracle of the Unicorns guidebook from Cordelia Brabs. It is the Goddess card, and it says, "You are a goddess, a perfect aspect of the divine feminine embodied in human form. You are a miracle gracing planet Earth with your beauty. You do not need shinier hair, whiter teeth, or a slimmer figure in order to embody the goddess. She is the infinite love you hold in your heart. She is the deep wisdom that flows from your soul. She is the light in your eyes and the warmth of your smile. She is the hands you use to heal and comfort. She is the pleasure your body is capable of experiencing through giving and receiving touch. Your culture disempowers you by conditioning you to hate or even abuse your body in order to sever your natural connection with the goddess. The media sets impossible standards of beauty, so you shrink into feelings of inferiority or insignificance. This unicorn urges you to rise up and reclaim your right to feel beautiful from within, exactly as you are. She tells you to turn your back on the pressure to look a certain way and cherish your miraculous body just as it is. Set your own standards of beauty, starting with the love, wisdom, and compassion and radiance within you. For men, the message is the same. Shun the pressure to look like a sculpted statue and focus on strengthening your heart. Honor all of the parts of you that you may have disowned before and treat your body like the divine temple that it is. Walk with your head held high, your heart wide open, and let the world see the goddess or heart warrior that walks before them. You guys are so perfect just as you are. You're perfectly imperfect, right? No one's perfect. You are ready to do that next step, the one you've been hesitant to, the one you've been letting self doubt talk you out of. But you have everything you need to take a step, to move forward, and to bring your best self to the picture. And there's honestly no better time to start. The best time to start was yesterday, and the next best time is now. Start. Let's do this together. I know you can do it. I don't know who needed to hear this, but I really wanted just to share through my example how amazing this journey can be. So let's keep journeying together in this beautiful, fantastic world. And let's see what awesome, amazing things that we can do and co create with spirit. Thank you all for joining me in this episode. I'm so excited and so grateful to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. I wish you the most love, light, and inspiration. With all of my love, Katie.